Hey guys, it's Jovi and welcome back to my channel. Just make sure my volume is good. Okay, I think that's better. So listen, I finally did some of the research on the whole new TS Madison situation involving her ex-manager Gio. Um Armon Wiggins got involved with it. Tasha K is sprinkled in it. Y'all, it's a lot of stuff going on. It's a lot of stuff going on. Girl had to do some catch up. Okay. I had to watch Gio's whole live, which was like an hour. Plus, shout out to Sean Davy Way. I watched him because I could, I like Sean. Was able to see majority of what happened on Armand's live because Jabu was not watching the whole thing. So yeah, so let me tell y'all what happened, give y'all my opinion, and yeah, let's get on with it, boo, because it's messy. It's good, but it's messy. Sorry. Anyway, so before we begin, please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and follow me on my other social media platforms. I'm Jovi Beauty on all platforms. So please follow, please support. And again, all donations are greatly appreciated. Now let's get on to it. So, okay, Giovanni, bruh, we got the same name. So I need you to turn it down, be a tad bit less emotional. Okay. I get it. I get it. But anyway, so apparently, no, this is not apparent. So back in February, Gio left he quit being TS's manager, right? Okay, okay. He went and I think he posted something because he was hurt. He basically was like, he's hurt, he feeling away because his supposed friend been talking stuff about him, TS, been talking crap about him, treating him like anybody, and he was hurt, okay? And apparently he's still hurt. I'm not saying he doesn't have right to be hurt. I'm just saying just stop doing it, sis. I keep telling y'all, I don't know why y'all give people what they want. People love to get an emotional response out of you. Stop being emo, especially on the IG. Okay, just stop it. But okay, so I guess TS has been, according to Geo, TS has been making a whole bunch of sly statements, talking a whole bunch of stuff about him on her Periscope, not Periscope, on her Patreon, and he's had enough. So basically, he's just upset that she won't. TS Madison won't speak to Geo, which is seemingly something that is really bothering him right now. My dude, now listen, like you said, you've known Madison for 17 years. Y'all had a 17-year friendship, even though she said y'all ain't friends. According to him, she said y'all were never friends, that you're just, whatever. Listen, you gotta know who you fucking with. But 17 years worth of friendship. I am not the biggest fan of talking the shit that you was talking back in February when you left her employ. Okay? I am not the biggest fan of how you were speaking about your so-called friend. I think it's weird when you have a friendship and you have an issue or shit blow up and now you posting it all over Instagram. You telling the world every dirty little thing about your friend, child. But listen, he said a lot of shit, so we're gonna get to that. But she ain't my friend, so let me just say that. So he's basically was upset because Madison doesn't want to speak to him because of the shit that he said, whatever. She has that right. Everybody doesn't necessarily work on your time. Okay. Sometimes people need their time and people need their space. And it's no shade, it's just tea. You don't have a right to force yourself on people. If people don't want to deal with you in the moment, you never know. A year, 2 years from now, they want to deal with you. But if they don't want to, people don't want to deal with you in the moment, I think it's manipulative and I think it's like presumptuous. Like, who the fuck you think you are to think you are allowed to like bother my peace? If I'm like, okay, I don't want to fuck with you. Okay, I might want to fuck with you in like 2 years, a year when after I calm down, like great example. What's her name? What's her name? Alexa Sky. Remember when Alexa Sky supposed best friend got mad at her and started blowing up her spot and talking all this shit about her in his IG stories or whatever? He came back and apologized. But again, you create when you people I don't understand when you create these situations, you can't get mad at the people that you do this shit to don't respond the way you think they should, or you mad in a moment and you go run and bring your ass on social media, especially when these people work in social media. Keep your personal business to yourself. Okay. That's number one. But no, I think that's number two. Either way, so Gio mad. Then he went off to say how T.S. Madison is nasty. She's nasty. She don't clean her house. She hasn't put no money into her house. She always talking about she's rich or whatever, but she hasn't put no money into her house. Basically saying like, sis, you talking about Kaya, but what you really did to your house. He was talking about her carpets. He was talking about like her still having her old mattresses. Just basically saying she ain't even do her basement. Like you have a show in your basement, you couldn't even invest in your basement, but you so rich. Then he went on to show us the cash apps and the PayPals that she had sent him. Now I didn't do the calculations, but apparently in the last 5, 7 years, something of that nature, he only got paid $35,000. Now, if he's her manager, from what I comprehend, it would be a tenth of what she earns, right? I think so. A tenth, 15th, something. I don't know. So he got paid. How that management thing work, and from what I understand, again, I don't know everything, but they don't get a salary. Okay. You get a percentage, right? So I don't really know. I know 7 years, you got paid $35,000, you say because you was investing in her. And that's true because that's what managers do. They put in, they put in for when you get that big payday for when they get their percentage. They've been putting in work for all these years. So I understand that. And that's just the way business happens sometimes, right? Also went on to say that, her mom doesn't really like her. She doesn't agree with her choices. I guess her being a transsexual, and she had to run to the streets. Again, I don't know T.S. Madison's backstory to even, I don't know if she spoke on this, but she had to run to the streets to look for mother and fatherly influence, right? And what else he said? He said so much stuff, y'all. I watched this shit. I was like, he was so upset. He was upset about people talking about him. He was upset that he was even involved in this. He basically was just saying, listen, I'm gonna tell it all right now. And I don't care what nobody say. Child, y'all gotta watch that live because when I watched it, I was like, this is what happening? Oh my God. So then so is that basically what he said? Her house is dirty. She's a fucked up person, big effed up person. She's not a good friend. She talks about everybody. She can't keep no friends because she's just a horrible human being and nobody really wants to be around her. Um, basically he was saying insinuated that he was used. He did everything that she could. She's not the best businesswoman out there the way she be trying to proclaim because apparently she had a book that isn't owned by her, so she's not getting no money off the books. And she did mention this in Armand's podcast. Now I know why she mentioned it because again I just watched Gio's video like an hour ago, right? So I guess let's fast forward unless I remember anything else that he was talking about. So bad. So I kind of heard a little bit about this shit going on. I saw the thumbnails or whatever. Then I watched Sean Davy Way yesterday. He made a video about basically reviewing Armand's live. He was going in on Geo. Again, I don't know none of these people, but he was going in on Geo. I don't really want to pick a side between Geo and TS because I don't really care. I could tell that I get it. Geo was emotional. He's emotional, and Madison is not. She's a Libra. They're air signs. They don't do all of that, right? So I understand that Madison is never going to give him what he needs, like in that aspect, because she's just that's just not who she is, right? So, apparently Armand made a video about all of this shit that's going on. Okay. I caught the part where Sean put it on that Madison was speaking. Madison was basically saying, she's from the streets, um, she paid him appropriately. She don't really want to mess with him. She don't talk about him, yada, 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 yada. Gio then got up on. Now I will say Armand a funny dude, yeah, because when Madison was talking, Armand was like this. She was talking a lot, y'all. She like this. She was like this. I know Armand just got a kick out of it because it's like, how the tables have turned, child. Well, listen. Then Gio came on there and he was just going in his bag again, being emotional. Tasha K got tossed up in the shit because Armand wanted to ask, was Tasha one of the reasons that the Tasha basically antagonized the situation between TS Madison and Armand, child, I don't even know how Tasha got tossed up in it, but basically they're trying to say she was in the background, starting shit, putting this in this one's ear, putting this in this one's ear. I will also say that Gio did take up for Neek at Night. He says she attacked Neek at Night. She knows she wants to attack only certain people, and she don't want to really, everyone else she wants to avoid. And we've said this before. A lot of other YouTubers have said this before. It seems like when it's a woman, you know, yes, Madison is 100% ready, willing, and able to attack you. But when it's a man, not so much. Oh, he also called her a bigot because I guess she keeps saying, she said to him, and he didn't like the way, because she felt the way about him only dating white guys. Um, I don't really care who you date, but I find it weird who men who only date outside of their race, whether they're gay or straight. Okay. I don't think you have the right. That's kind of like saying, oh, you black women are mad because I don't want you. No, bitch, nobody wants you. But he basically called her a bigot and all of this shit and say, all the black people she caping for ain't doing nothing for her, and it's the white people she getting money from. I heard that and I was like, huh, really? Because I don't think it's the white people who's watching her ass on YouTube or giving her all this content, all these views and clicks and shit. But okay, all right. So like I said, I think both of them wrong. I think, two birds with feather. They've been friends for 17 years. I just feel like birds with feather. I think that he may not have thought it would have been him, or she would have shut him down like that. But that's just what happened. That's just what happened. That's just what happened. She shut him down. He's mad. He's talking about her home. He's talking about she not having no money. Her phone getting shut off. She always talking about I'm rich, bitch, but not so much. Not doing anything for her basement, not putting any money in her basement, just basically, trying to. Well, I say this about Atlanta a lot of times. Not this ain't T.S. Madison specifically, but I normally say this about Atlanta. Y'all know I lived in Atlanta for 2 years. Atlanta is a lot of faking it. If people in Atlanta love to scream about what they got, and they got these big ass houses. I've said this before. They got these big ass houses, but they ain't got no furniture in the bedrooms. They ain't got no furniture in most of the rooms because they can't afford to furnish the room. Plus, live in this little mini mansion. Okay, people in Atlanta do that a lot. They fake it. They fake it. I'm not saying everybody in Atlanta, but I feel like Atlanta, like I tell people all the time, people in New York will have $1 million in a bank account and still cry broke. People in Atlanta will have $10 in a bank account and show you their big ass house and a nice ass car and got you gassed up thinking that they got some shit, but only got $10 in the bank. So that's basically what he said at TS Madison. It is what it is. People buy houses. People don't always have money to update the shit all the time, especially when you are a freelancer, a YouTuber. Money can be fluctuating. Sometimes you get a lot, sometimes you might not. But yeah, from what I gathered, Gio was highly upset. Okay, he's still upset. It is August. You quit in February. This is not what I feel. If she want to throw her undercover under the blow jabs, let her throw her under the blow jabs. You said what you had to say. I think you should have been less emotional when you said what you wanted to say, when you said what you had to say. I don't think it's, I get it. It was you thought she was your friend and you found out. That's what I think it is. I feel like he thought it was more than what it was. He thought they had a real friendship, a real shit. He was like, she talk about everybody. She talk about you like a dog. Her mama talk about you like a dog. Like it's just real fucked up over there. So I think he thought that they had like a real friendship, and the way she just dipped him made him, have him feeling away. He's feeling away because of it. And yes, I guess everybody else got to be dragged into it. Don't let me don't. Speaking of emo, don't forget the fact that while he was on Armand's show, the man started crying, child. He started crying. Armand was pulling out cards. I know Armand was sitting there right in that moment. He was sitting there feeling so good. So good. I ain't gonna lie. He was sitting there. He had to be. It's like, y'all want to do this shit to me. Y'all want to set me. Armand basically tried to say, okay, look, I don't fuck with you. I don't fuck with you like that. But I'll give you a platform for you to come on here and tell your story and talk about it, yada, yada, yada. And that's what he did. That's what he gave him. He asked him questions. Our mom basically was like, also said, I just wanted to come. I don't know how they started talking about the Thanksgiving situation. I don't even want to get into that. But they started talking about, the Thanksgiving situation. And our mom was just like, damn, I'm just saying, I thought we were friends. And to an extent, I get that that goes in hand in what Gio was saying, like she pretends. Those pretends too much. Pretend, that's the word? I forget. Anyway, she pretends, and it's not real. And when you find out that it's not real and you thought it was real because, I guess when you from the streets and you used to, I guess she said it. She used to do, and she used to that your mentality changes, right? So you become more of a user, right? Because you in survival mode. He even said she feels a way about people who are college educated. You are in when you grew up, and especially in those important years when you're developing, if you are in that mindset where you got to get what you get, or you may not eat, or you got to, you got to do it, or you got to do whatever you got to do, or else you just might not. It's a different sort of mindset, so basically she's able to kiki pretend it's all good, plus she's a Libra. Kiki pretend my mama gonna fuck you up. Kiki pretend it's all good and act like nothing is wrong, and you thinking y'all got a friendship. You been friends apparently damn near 30 years, and come to find out, I mean 20 years, and come to find out y'all ain't really friends. That is fucked up. That is fucked up. If somebody could look me in my face and I'm thinking we friends, and I live at your house in one of the guest rooms, and and yeah, I'm your manager, but I thought we was friends too. You know, that whole manager man thing apparently gets real sticky, y'all. Anyway, so that's what happened. Um, I hope this is the end of it. I swear to you, I hope this is the end of it, because I'm really tired of hearing it. To keep it honest, I'm tired of hearing about it. I don't care anymore. And yeah, I hope Gio finds his healing and understand that it's okay. It's okay. And sometimes you just gotta allow people to be fucked up on their own. Right? I'm done. And as always, I hope you live your life like it's golden, because there's no other way to live it.